Alright, so I ran this job for a head of steam, probably about a half hour. I can hear the condensate now coming back into the tank. Simultaneously, you have these pumps, and that's controlled by this 151 controller. And then to feed the tank itself, we have this float switch right here. So, kind of been watching how the whole thing works. I know they have some other return line leaks, which I've told them about in the past, and then I double checked those spots and they're still leaking. I think they were supposed to handle them. A couple of them were fixed, some of them are still leaking. So right now I'm just trying to watch the balance of the system, you know what I mean? Now that the system's off, I'm still getting return water back, that's normal. But I wanna see what happens because on my other job, a lot of the return water was getting locked up in the system and it was causing problems. So let's see. Also, one of the things that was leaking was they cut a hole into this makeup tank. Not sure why. I don't know if they were trying to see what the inside looked like, but they left like almost like a hatch door. But the problem is this is wide open. You see all these seams, there's no seal. So if this tank does fill up, which it can do, it floods out of there like crazy. There's no like, oh, it should stay at this level or this level, this level. No, sometimes depending on what's happening with the float in the system, some condensation can come back. If it fills up even past this little spot, water's pouring out of this tank. So I might have to get a welder in here and weld the hatch back in here the right way, and that should actually situate that part of the problem. But I do want to make sure there's nothing system related, if that makes sense. I'm going to suggest cutting this thing out and welding it in properly because it fills up, but that's okay. The tank's supposed to fill up, but it comes out of the seams of this thing right here. Much wrapped up here. I don't really see any major issues. That hatch is a problem, and I think that's a lot where the water's kind of pouring out from. So when the condensation comes back mixed with, you know, feed water, and it's like gapped like an eighth to a quarter of an inch on the sides. I mean, it's got nowhere for the water to go. It doesn't maintain inside the tank. It pours right out onto the floor. So it's not coming from the overflow or anything like that. It's just coming out of the middle tank. So probably unnecessary, but like usual, we have to come, we have to make sure everything's working properly, and this one seems to be okay now. So matter of fact, there goes the boiler asking for the pumps come on while I'm talking to you. So everything seems to be working all right here, and I'm gonna suggest to weld that hole and maybe put in like a hand hole or some sort of manhole on the top, but at least that's sealed so the water can't permeate through it. So we'll see. Have a good one.